Good morning! Welcome to another A Week in the Life of a Law Student vlog. If you want to see how this week goes, then please keep on watching. Here I am holding my shoes because we're not allowed to use our shoes in the house. It is actually 9:49 a.m. It's later than usual, but this is how it's been the past few weeks. Not because I don't need to study, but because I just really feel unmotivated. There's just no motivation at all, and there's so much to study, but wala lang. It just feels so weird, like I can't explain. And I know this happens to everyone, and I know that a lot of people go to my channel to feel inspired to study, but even if this is how I was feeling the past 2 weeks, I thought it would be still nice to share it with you guys because I think it's a spell that everybody goes through. You can't feel 100% motivated all the time, and that's fine. I will still do it anyway. I'll take the time to rest, I'll sleep, but I will still do what I have to do anyway. And that's it. So let's go. It's a mukbang.
Mag-hi ka, te. Oh my God! Mag-hi ka, te. Did you know, di ba nanalo ko ng raffle? Tapos, pag-uwi ko sa bahay, nawalan. Oh wow, my dog ate the raffle. No way. Hindi naman yung buo, so parang mga 1/8. Like,
oh my God! So, 1/8 na lang din yung body scrub mo? Yes, a mukbanger.
Dang-aran.
To buy snacks. Nakakaya magdapat sa mukha. 4:27, class at 4:30. But we're still off to get snacks. Mas kay Jules naman. Ayoko na pala ako. Choice of snacks, cracklings for me, and a cornic for Miss Drea, which is 10 pesos. Ang mahal. Mas mahal. 8 lang. Miss Monty, a memorizer. I have Civ Pro today, and we have a Civ Pro quiz tomorrow, and then I have credit in the morning, and then I have a quiz for Civ Pro again, and then I have labor, and then I'm gonna recite for labor. So that's 4 days of Civ Pro this week. How to survive. We'll find out. Hi, Mom! Hello! Hi, sweetheart! Yes, are you excited? Okay. We are heating up some leftover chowking, burger steak, and adlai. So I'm just going to eat dinner and then watch a little bit of How I Met Your Mother, and then we are going to study all night because, as I said kanina, ako ay maraming aaralin for tomorrow. There's so much to study. Ooh. Oh, something is really wrong with my camera. I need to get it checked, but I don't have time right now. But I feel so sad. I can't explain. I don't want to be negative, but you know, I was contemplating whether or not lagay ko pa sa vlog. Should I vlog this week? Because I don't really feel so happy. But then I realized, you know, it's part of the journey. It's part of law school. You're not always going to be happy. Not just because you have so much to read, but you won't be happy with yourself all the time. And that's just trouble, but All journeys come with struggles, so I guess that's my only positive thought. I know many of you come here for inspiration, how to motivate yourselves, you know, finding inspiration to be motivated to study. And I hope that even in the trials, I'm still able to motivate you guys to just keep going. Doesn't always have to be 100, doesn't always have to be you're on top of the world, happy with what you're doing, but I guess the bottom line is even if you're not happy, sometimes you know in your heart that you're supposed to do things anyway, and you may not always be the best, but at least you get things done. I am ready for battle. We are studying for 3 subjects tonight, so I gotta stay hydrated. We have credit first because I just need to read this and I just finished reciting, so medyo mababa ang chance na matawag ulit. But then again, and then we go number 2 to labor because I'm definitely reciting tomorrow and I need that down. And last but not the least, Civ Pro because we have a quiz tomorrow. But then who knows, ang bali-balita ay it is verbatim codal provisions. I hate memorizing. Problema talaga, chismosa talaga ako. Oh my god! What's happening? We move on to labor. But before we move on to labor, I just like to explain on in my past video I showed you guys what's in my bag, and a lot of you asked, since I showed you my rules of court, a lot of you are asking if my teacher was teaching us of course the 2019 revisions to the rules and civil procedure. And yes, of course most of the rules were not revised, but a lot of them were, and I have all of the revisions in this reviewer. So you see the old rules, and then these are the 2019 amendments. So when the rules have been amended, the old rule is here and then the amendments are here. So we are up to date and we are learning what shall be used prospectively. So I am learning. Let's go! Woo! By August 21 of 1987, by agreement of the parties, the main issue, which is relevant to our topic today, is whether or not Hercules Industries Incorporated, as the employer of the rank-and-file employees, We are done with labor. We now go to my favorite. Update. Also, because there are new rules on civil procedure, it's confusing for me to go from the rules of court and to my reviewer, so I consolidate them by writing them down as per what's stated in my syllabus. So that's just my simple tip for you guys. If it gets hard because of amendments and your syllabus is arranged in a certain way, I just write it down so that either I write it down on the syllabus or I really just write down my provisions so that it's easier for me to compare them to each other. And at the same time, when you write things down, for some reason, well, for me personally, my brain retains some of the information more than if I just read it on a review or in the book. Done with reading the laws. But I'm not done studying. It is 12:20. After reading the laws, I'm now gonna read the reviewer. But before I forget, I need a blue book for tomorrow. So let's bring, how many do we bring? Let's bring 2, just in case. Just in case. What are blue books? If you are from UP, no, I think there are certain colored books for different schools. Basta from undergrad pa lang, we would use blue books for exams, for quiz, for midterms, for all sorts of stuff. The difference is that in the College of Law, the blue books are much thicker and more expensive. I remember, hey, is this a regular blue book? Yeah, this is a regular blue book. So you can see there's a difference. Wait, I'll show you. This is a regular blue book. It's thinner. Oh, wow. And the inside is different. Basta, the paper is a little thinner. And this is, well, this used to only be 5 pesos. In the College of Law, it's a bit thicker. There are more pages. And the paper is much thicker. And yeah, that's 10 pesos. So, wala lang, just sharing. 1:21. Time for bed. Not so sure what time I'm gonna wake up tomorrow, but hopefully it's very early because I want to be early in the library. Folks, abangan. Joke's on you guys. I woke up. On a scale of 1 to 10, how prepared are you?
Mga 4.
Kasing blurry ba nito?
Yeah.
An angel ray.
10, char.
10 negative.
First Max ko. Oh no.
Max! Max! OMG, nasusuka ako. Hello world! We are done with the day. I'm with Patty Marie, who has a mask. Hello, my forever kasabay going home.
Aww.
And so we finished the Civ Pro quiz. It was hard, but it was more manageable than I thought it would be. But then who knows? I don't have results yet.
Babysitting money. You never saw the irony in that.
We had a busy day yesterday, so mag-workout lang muna ako, and then okay na kita. Si Ate Floy nag-video. Hi, Ate. Ayaw mo mag-hello?
Hello!
So, workout lang muna ako, and then okay, Ate. Okay. Thank you. Workout lang muna ako, and then I'll just for a little bit, but I'm gonna be resting early tonight. Workout is done, and now I'm just gonna shower, get ready for bed. Well, not totally get ready for bed, because I'm still going to study for a bit after that. But I'm gonna rest early because we had a tough day today and a late night yesterday. So I'm going to rest, guys.
50.
So on my comment section, some of you asked me how I highlight. Like how many colors do I use? Do I just use 1 color? Do I use 3 colors? Do I use 5 colors? There are a lot of people who do use a lot of colors, and I admire them for that because their reviewers look really nice. But that's how I started law school. I would use like 5 colors, 6 colors for every important word. It's different color. Basta I had my own style then, but then I realized that it's time consuming. That's one, and second, I use up too many colors, and third, my reviewers, my papers start looking like a coloring book. So now I've learned how to just highlight the most important parts, and I have specific colors. I don't have specific colors for them, but I usually just use 3 colors, either 2 or 3 colors. So I use 2 colors when I read cases, because for the regular words, for the regular parts that are important, that's 1 color. Usually it's yellow, or the super important part, which usually is a brighter color, brighter than yellow. But for my reviewers, I use 3 colors, 1 for the headings per part, or per part, and then I'll show you. So I don't have a set of colors that I always use. I change it up a little just to make it more exciting. So I have violet here, which is the color for my titles. Yellow, which I usually use for the important parts, but the not super important parts. And then we have green here, which, as you see, konti lang yung green. Mas konti than the yellow. Well, in this page, mas marami yung green because to me, the article provisions are very important, especially for my teacher in agency. And then, not only do I color it a certain way, but I also add my notes on the side. So that's what I do. When I find something important that I have to write, then I just write it down. So, let's go. Get ready for another day. Oh, I have something to show you guys. This was my oblicon notes. Our professor wanted everything handwritten from codal provisions to case notes. And this is a quote. Ano ba? My words. Books. However, in this class, you can't bring anything printed. This was last year, last semester. So what I did was I just got bond papers. I didn't wanna buy a notebook, so I bound it and I wrote through it throughout the sem. So wait, I wrote through it throughout the sem. So those are all my case notes. Ang dami niyan, as in bloom, 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 all handwritten. Yay! Ayoko na ng ganun, Lord. Ayoko na talaga ng handwritten. Okay, impake time. Kaya pala nakalabas to is because I'm giving it to... Well, I'm not giving it. I'm lending it to one of my friends from first year, and he's gonna give it back to me after he takes oblicon.